All right, we are live. Good Saturday morning from Lakeville. We're back again. Jake, how you feeling on this Saturday morning?
I am feeling pretty good. I just paid $4 for a cup of coffee from the concession stand. And it's good coffee.
Okay, is it $4 good?
Nope.
No? Well, if it makes you feel better, we stopped at Caribou and I bought my wife a $6.58 coffee.
I would feel way better about that.
Well, warm-ups are over. Pucks are being collected. We're playing against Optimal Performance this morning. Here's what we know about Optimal Performance. They play out of Lino Lakes. A lot of the kids are from Lino Lakes, up in that area. Pine City.
Centennial?
Centennial is where the Centennial Ice Arena is their kind of home rink.
Mm-hmm.
Talked to a couple other parents. They practice at Blaine as well. Did you learn anything else that we're missing? A young team.
Supposedly a younger team, but if you look at them, they got some size to them. So
They do. They got some big bodies out there. They played My Burger, the fourth team in this bracket, and won 5-4 in a close one. Here we go. Drops down. Gens on the right, Graf in the middle. And we've got Beitlich moved up to left wing, moved from defense up to offense. Harris going from center back to D with speed. So a little bit of switching up some lines from yesterday. Coaches just trying to get a feel for what's going to work best. Steele initially takes the draw, try to push in. Optimal takes it. They're in the offensive zone. Quick shot on goal, knocked away by Stadola, back in net today. Goes to the far corner. Steele trying to wrap it around. Gens contesting. Gens takes possession. He's looking. Back check right behind him. He needs to do something. He's going to get caught by that back check and lose the puck. Now we've got a little bit of battle for it. Spies can't quite corral it in. Kind of a nice line change right there. Kirsten Jerna comes off the bench, able to poke it. Optimal pushes it in. They're going to go for a full line change. That allows Steele to set something up here. Kirsten Jerna tries for the big stretch pass to Dean. That gets intercepted. Kicked back in the zone. Kirsten Jerna looks up again, intercepted by Optimal. They've got an odd man rush, but they're going to get called for offsides. And that's going to come outside of the blue line right in front of the Steele bench.
So first few seconds of play here, and I'm seeing a team that's trying to be pretty aggressive. Really anticipate those passes and intercept them. Talking about Optimal, so we'll see how if we can get that to play in our favor.
Yep. Second line forwards, you've got Wendelek at center today. Dean on his left, Van Olsberg on the right. So changes in position on both lines coming into this game. Puck squirts loose. Van Olsberg has it, looks, tries to cycle across the blue line. Good idea, but intercepted by Optimal. Steele retains possession. Optimal takes it off the tape. They're going to push in the zone. Dean on the back check. A little Kirsten Jerna with the swipe. Misses it. Nice save by Stadola. Coming up clutch on a just close proximity shot.
Here we go.
Well, here's what we saw yesterday is what we just saw today. Stadola making a good initial save, and just Steele not able to clear the puck out from in front of the goalie. And Optimal taking advantage of that puck, just hammers it home. So we should put that one on the scoreboard, huh? Optimal takes possession. They're in the offensive zone. They're looking to wrap around. Come on. There we go. Shot from the point. Two players right in front of our goal. Nobody there to knock him out of the way.
Another quick one.
So two quick ones from Optimal. I don't know. You wonder if the coaches are seeing the same thing we are. Look up and see two Optimal players standing rooted right in front of Stadola, and no Steele players to be found. That's just that's a tough way to. You got to help that goalie. Here we go. Steele looking to get something going here. Takes possession. Wendelek takes the puck, moves up, centering pass in the zone to Dean. Lots of bodies right there. Van Olsberg has it, corner, trying to get behind the net. Has it, still up. Spies continues to try to hold the line. Little out stretch pass though. Optimal's going to take it and run. They're in the zone. Quick shot, save, rebound, shot, and another one.
Wow.
Steele just shell-shocked.
Did not expect to see that out of the gate. So let's see how the boys respond here. 3 quick goals.
Chases over the blue line. Optimal dumps it out into the defensive zone. Person turned it again. Gens looks up, finds Beitlich. Beitlich is going to skate in the zone. He's in. He'll take a quick shot off the chest of the goalie. Dropped right down in front. Tried for a quick follow-up shot. I believe that was Dean. But lost an edge right as he got to it, so he didn't get really a shot up. Cycle over to Peterson. Peterson looks up, finds that's Graff. Graff is in. We've got a breakaway situation here. Is he going to get some? And he goes down. And they're going to call a penalty. So we'll see if he gets the penalty shot. They're going to call hooking.
Referees are talking it over. And they cross their arms.
Coach Crable going to give some quick words. They're looking for a check. What's the actual call here? So they're going to do a penalty shot. So hooking the initial call, penalty shot, the signal. Leo Graff is going to get his Steele's first penalty shot of this tournament.
I think that's the first penalty shot I have ever seen.
For a Steele player?
Yeah, I think so.
Saw one in the game before us. Here we go, Leo. Looking for the slow approach, the confuser. He's going to take it, stick handles, moves, backhand. No goal.
I thought he had it.
Yep, he did. Tried to go up top from the backhand, and the goalie able to just get his glove high enough to knock that one down. Wasn't a clean glove save, but enough to knock it down. So we'll see.
So when there's a penalty shot, does that take away the the man advantage then?
I think they're going to say yes, because they're still playing fives. We have nobody in the box, no penalty on the clock.
Oh, sneaks through.
Optimal into the offensive zone. Steele trying to fight on the boards, right just inside the blue line, right in front of the Steele bench. Harris throws out a couple of elbows. He knocks an Optimal player down. We're still just in a scrum over there. Puck just trapped. Optimal point, holds, tries to dump down. Grady picks it up, loses it, ends up on an Optimal stick. Ooh, they try to fire, it gets deflected. Now we're over at the backboard. Harris still there battling. Wraparound attempt, deflected. Stadola, initial save, it's loose. This is what we've seen. Steele needs to clear this one out. Van Allsburg takes it, loses it. Dean picks it up. Dean along the far boards. He's going to get it down into the corner. Van Allsburg in front. Doesn't get through. Defensive line change meant we didn't have anybody at the point to hold that, so that's going to squirt out. Spees, quick poke, knocks it loose. Dean picks it up. Offensive zone, can't get through the two. Van Allsburg there to scoop it. He's on the board. He'll look to get it down. Just get it in front of the net. Nobody there but Optimal players though, so they're going to pick it up and go. They're across the red line. Into the zone, nice back check by Steele. 3 players there to pick them up, and they get out of the zone. Offsides, nope, they delayed, so they get out, they clear. Peterson cycles, D to D. Far line, Gens looks up, tries to find Dean, right in the middle of a couple players, squirts loose. There we go, Leo there again. And he gets taken down. We're going to get a whistle because of the cover, not because of the takedown. But
Optimal playing big there, really trying to push him out wide.
So after giving up 3 quick ones in the first handful of minutes, Steele has now kind of held their own, starting to find a little bit of a rhythm, more time in the offensive zone. Let's see if this is a hole that they can score their way out of. Steele takes possession, cycle down, cycle back up to the point. Stickney dumps it right back down to Gens. Gens and Graff are there. They're behind the net keeper. Centering pass attempt doesn't make it through. So let's see, who's got possession? Nobody. There we go. Steele holds his own. Nice job. Centering tries to get out to Gens. It comes across the middle. Optimal Performance picks it up, though. They're going to push up. Stickney tries to hold. He does. Stickney just doing the Lord's work. Holding it at the blue line multiple times. Really giving Optimal problems. It does make it all the way down. Optimal ices that one. After Stickney holding the line there quite a bit. That's good to see. Here's what I also like. Down 3-0 quick in the first. Multiple Steel players in the line change, making sure to cycle opposite side, give their goalie some props, let them know this ain't over.
Yep, saw that too. I don't think 3 goals are going to win this game.
I don't think so. Optimal takes the draw. They skate behind their netminder and up the half boards. They're all the way out. Puck crosses the red line. That's Kirsten Jurna. He'd push it right back. Now we're just kind of going back and forth. Optimal, I'm going to say tip, so no icing. That's Harris. Harris is going to have to move. Tries the centering pass, ends up right with an Optimal player who fires a 30-footer and just buries it. So a misplay by D. It's those centering passes to kind of no man's land are dangerous, and that one bit us.
Yeah, that was a tough break for us there.
Let's go, Steele!
Got a few kids in different positions probably than maybe what they're used to. So you're going to have those mistakes pop up from time to time.
Steele wins the draw. D cycles back. Stickney. Looking. He's going to do a little half pass up the wall to Beitlich, but he's got 2 defenders on him, so he loses it. And Optimal's going to take it off the tape and push into the offensive zone. Beitlich battling on the boards. He's not going to give up on this one. Stickney right there as well. They do end up taking it. Pop it up to Graff. Graff looks up. Optimal right there, though. We're out of the zone. Graff pushes up to Gens. Gens and Graff. We've got an odd man rush. Gens takes a quick shot. Blocker side. Saved. Goalie pushes it to his right. Beitlich picks it up in the half board. He's looking to center to Gens. Gens is right there. 2 players right on him, though. He's sandwiched. So nothing becomes of that. Far corner up to Spies. Spies, takes a weird carom off the board to Spies' left. He can't get it. Nice back check by Spies, though. They're just battling, not giving Optimal a shot there. So the back check is waking up. Steele waking up. Now if we can just get something on the board, I feel like any momentum would kind of change this game.
Oh my God.
Beautiful centering pass. Got to give credit where it's due. Nice pass to the back door. And again, Steele just not putting bodies in front of the net to help the goaltender.
Saw that skater in the middle. He was covered up, but it was on the far side that was pretty wide open.
Yep. Steele takes possession. Dean in the zone. Van Allsburg and Wendelek pushing down. Optimal picks it up. Grady will chase, pursue. He's got him on the board. Centering pass makes it through, but more than what Optimal could handle, so it ends up on the near board here in the defensive zone for Steele. Dean tries to get it out. Optimal holds. Push down. Optimal, again, bodies right in front of the net. Quick shot. Cover. Save. Spadola.
So we'll get a fresh new set of skaters on both sides of the ice now. A little over 7 minutes left to go. And 5-0 Optimal.
Draw, goes to Steele. Graff pushes it into the corner. Now we're battling on the half board. Kirsten Jurna tries to push it up. It gets knocked right back down. Optimal into the corner. Looking, trying to find some way to center it. They can't. Steele's trying to push up. They do. They chip out. Here we go. Spies trying to find anybody. He had a defender on his back. He gets it across the ice. Optimal. I don't know what's happening there. Stick caught in Graff's sweater. Optimal player loses a stick, allows the Steel to take possession. Look up, there we go. Nice cross-ice pass, finds Gens. Gens out of the zone. He's going to look up.
Ooh, good
he
pass.
finds a breaking Graf. Leo's there. He's got one to beat. He'll take a quick shot. Glove save, hold.
Really good stretch of hockey there. A couple good passes led to a wide open shot. Goalie was just able to glove save that one, but nice stretch of hockey.
And I feel like we haven't tested their goalie much yet. In the few shots we have had on goal, their goalie has been looks fairly solid.
Yep.
Draw goes to Steel. Nice job, quick shot. Wendelek, nope, doesn't take the shot. Opts to drop back to Dean. Dean is there. Dean, Van Allsburg, Wendelek all looking. Just trying to find, they're kind of up in that no man's land. And they couldn't really ever get close to the goal. Here we go. Optimal takes it out of the zone. They're across the red line. Dean takes it off their tape, though. He's going to go all the way around the world. Behind the netminder, Stadola. He'll try to fire it up the half board. Optimal point holds. Quick shot from the point. Deflected easily by Stadola. He'll push it off to his right. Ooh. They're going to say they held that. I don't know if I agree with that one. Quick shot. Pass to Dola. Slides to his right. Pushes it to the wall. Nice save. On the half wall. Ooh, centering pass attempt again. Peterson, enough to disrupt. So now it's on the far side. Optimal looking to just try to just get it in front of the net. And they do. And cover? Cover. I lost that one in his knee pads there.
So another fresh set of skaters here.
Goes to Optimal. They try to push right towards netminder Stadola, but it gets deflected. We're going to get a penalty call here. I don't know who. I heard a number. 98 for Optimal is going to hit to the bin. So it gives us our first power play.
Yeah, we capitalized on the one yesterday, so let's see if we can do it again. Get a little momentum back on our side of the bench.
Maybe I'm just optimistic. I still feel like a turn in momentum here. Getting one or two before the end of the period and going into the second, I still feel like we have a shot in this game.
I agree.
They're not playing that much better.
Yep, and there's no one or two players that are going to make the difference.
Quick shot. Nice puck movement by Steel after winning the draw. Now we're out. It's loose out in front. Holding it on the board. Oh my goodness. Another call. That's Beitlich just getting wrapped up and power bombed down to the ice. That's an easy call for the ref. That's going to put us on a 5-on-3 for a good minute 40.
I'm pretty new to hockey, but I like those odds.
I do like those odds. And the beauty will be if we score one, we'll still retain the power play.
That's a great point.
Dean, just less bodies, he
Great
can get
shot,
closer
great
before
shot.
he takes the shot. Smart move. Spees looks centering pass. Unfortunately, finds right an Optimal player. And they're going to choose to just fire that thing all the way down. Now they're going to overextend. They're chasing. If we can get the puck up ice.
Agreed.
They got players deep in our zone. There we go. Graf looks up, finds Gens. Gens in the zone, starting pass attempt. Oh, just kind of gets on net. Pushed right back to the boards, though. Spacing is our friend right now. They only have 3 players. They can't clump up. Good passing, good movement, quick shot. It's up in the air. Deflected to the right. Centering pass attempt. Back to Harris. Nope.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no. Just on a backhand pass
Pops out of
attempt
the
by
zone,
Graf.
doesn't go too far.
Yep, went a little bit wide.
Should be able to reset pretty quickly.
Let's go. Here we go. Spees looks to find a little misplay in the pass. Ended up kind of coming right back to him. We're going to dump and chase. Harris and Graf are going to go for a line change. So that means Beitlich's going to have to pursue the puck. 50 seconds left on the initial power play. Here we go. Oh my.
Take the shot!
Oh man, goodness. An elbow to the back.
Get it to him. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, just high.
skate that. No. Come on, boys. My goodness, I'm not sure what's going on here. 5-on-3, and we're choosing to skate it back into the defensive zone.
Here we go. Here's our chance. Good pass.
Oh my.
Bouncing
Good
puck.
pass, shot. It's a little bit of misplay on the shot. Ended up kind of knuckling and being a changeup, and that did not fool the goalie.
So now we're up to a 4-on-5 with a little less than 10 seconds on the advantage.
So kind of a combination of Optimal doing a pretty decent job of just getting it out of the zone, forcing Steel to retreat and regroup, combined with just some lack of spacing and passing going on from Steel in that 5-on-3 opportunity for a good minute 40.
Sneak through, here we go.
Dean has the break, loses it, back check strong from Optimal, 2:46 left in the first. Optimal chips it up the half board, Steel point, trying to hold, they do, Van Allsburg is there. He gets it up to Wendelek, quick shot. Those center mass shots though, very low percentage on those. Jake, have you ever seen somebody go right at the belly button of a goalie and make it through?
Not in real life. Not in real life.
I do like Steel definitely had more shots on goal in the second half of this first.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if that trend continues, that's Stickney after the drop pushes it down the half wall to the right side.
Yep, just a matter of
Optimal
time
kicks it out.
before one of those will find its way through.
Quick shot was way high. Stadola, no problem looking at that one.
All right, here we go.
Look it up. There we go. Look, chip pass.
I like those.
Gens gets all turned around. Just gets spun around.
I like the strategy though.
Yep.
We're sending that guy, and we've been able to hit him a couple of times though.
Optimal pushing back in the offensive zone. They're in clean. Back check by the Steel. Good.
See if we can do it again.
Minute 50. Here we go. We're back again. Line change by Optimal. It gets two defenders back though quick. So
Yep.
good line change for them. Unfortunate for us. Harris has it, loses it, picks it up again, cycles back. Wendelek looking. He'll chip off the half board up here to Gens. Gens
Bring that battle.
looking, wins the battle. Wendelek picks it up. He's in the offensive zone. Looking, quick shot.
And a goal!
Goal. I couldn't tell if that was the back of the net or not.
I couldn't
It does,
either.
it's in.
I was watching the ref the whole time. And he pointed to the goal, so I'll take his word for it.
Yeah. That was a tough angle. Must have just snuck through, just enough daylight to get in. So with a minute 20 left in the first, Steel finding the back of the net. Is getting some sign of life. Draw goes to Optimal. Ooh, Wendelek putting a big hit on Optimal, and he's going to get called for that one. For sure. Wendelek, one of our bigger bodies. 98, one of their smallest, and refs are pretty quick to call those.
Yep.
When you've got a 4-inch height advantage and you put a kid into the boards, you're not going to get away with that one.
Right. So 118 left in the first period here. 5-1 is the score. See if the Seal can hold up on this power play.
Yeah, you'd like to see him not give up that little bit of momentum change by giving one up with a minute to go here. That's Van Allsburg on the draw. Optimal takes it. They cycle. Far side, near side. Just trying to work it back down. They fire up to the point. Point loads, fires. Doesn't make it through. No, not to the inside. Spees looking to go inside. Should have gone outside. Optimal picks it up. Now they've got possession again. They're in the corner. Spees looking, turns. He gets spun. They're going to try to wrap around. They fire up to the point. Point, opposite point. They cycle D to D. Deflected. Nice job, Peterson, just being in the right place, right time. Deflects that shot, doesn't get through. Centering pass attempt. Van Allsburg's got it on his tape, and he just fires it out. So Optimal out of the zone. Hudson just fires it down, and it's tipped. So no icing. That's going to burn some time.
Get a line change in there too, so some fresh bodies to finish out this first period.
Yep. 25 seconds left. Steele contesting. Ooh, a nice stretch pass. Finds a streaking
there. See if we get over and stop him.
Oh, nice. There we go. Kersinger able to swoop that one off the backside. What looked like could have been a repeat performance. Wraparound attempt. Doesn't make it. They hold it. They're in the corner. 3, 2, 1.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. So we'll have, 40-some seconds to start the second. We'll see you then. All right, we're back. Minnesota Steel still in the penalty kill to start this second period. Draw goes to Steel. Stickney tries to chip out of the zone and can't. So Optimal's going to hold. Centering pass attempt doesn't get through. That's Harris.
Brady gets it
causing
out.
a problem.
Steel are chasing. 20 seconds left. Dean really working hard back there. He gets it.
Quick
Shot
shot.
on goal, covered up by the goalie. So a nice little aggression there. It's kind of tough to draw the line between playing it safe and taking advantage of opportunities, but I like the burst by the Steel there to try to get a shot on goal despite being down a man.
Absolutely. A shorthanded goal would be a really nice momentum builder.
That'll fire up the viewers at home.
Here we go. Chip up the half board by Steel. Held at the point. Stickney holds. That pops out though. Stickney's going to fire it right back in. Optimal looking to try to set something up. They're just going to turn fire. Stretch pass right to the opposite blue line. Now they're just dancing on the blue line. Gens takes a
Get it
swipe.
back. Go, Jordan. Go, Jordan. Go.
Stickney finds Vitalik. Vitalik's got a breakaway. Here we go. Quick shot. Another one of those belly button shots.
Good outlet pass there to get an open shot. Like you said, you want to hit corners if you can.
Here we go. Vitalik into the zone clean. Looks to find Graf. Graf coming across the middle. Drop pass to Gens. Gens has it. We are back at full strength. Optimal is out of the zone though. Vitalik, little poke check, slows him down.
Take it.
Nice.
Take it
Oh
from him.
no, that was so close to a nice little breakaway. Here we go. Optimal looking. They're going to pass it up.
Push pass there.
Harris
Stop
there
it,
again.
Grady.
Knocks it off their tape. He'll push up. Find Gens. Oh, Gens just all outskated, overskated it. Look, you cannot pass into the zone. That's not how it works, my friends.
Could have fooled me there.
Graf,
Great opportunity.
A good 2 feet inside the zone, waiting for a pass. I think he just lost track of his location. So Steel coming out and playing aggressive. I like that. We feel like we can get 1-2 quick. Really will change the feel of this game.
Absolutely.
This is Wendelek on the draw. He pushes through. Optimal takes possession though. They're going to push out. Camden contests. Puck gets by. Spees is back. Spees looks across. Ooh, dangerous, but he makes it.
shucks.
Ooh, offsides, clearly. Steele pick it up, though. They're out of the zone. Spees shrugs off the defender. He's going to move forward. Spees turns, loads, fires, gets deflected up and over. It's into the near corner. Up the half board, Peterson can't hold. That's going to look out. Got a nice stretch pass. Spees back in the back check. He's going to force the spin.
Nice.
Centering pass attempt. Takes it through. So just some really good puck movement there by Optimal.
Yeah, not sure if he was looking for that kid on the far side, but it kind of snuck through the middle that we had covered up. That seems to be kind of a theme where they have two people down there. We cover up the middle guy, and it gets through it on the far side, a wide open look at the net.
Fans trying to cheer up the Steel players, get them motivated. It's a pretty quiet arena here this morning. Draw goes to Optimal. Optimal pushes right in the zone, just being aggressive. Gets by a couple. Ooh, quick shot, goes a little bit wide right, hits behind the backboard, up to the boards. Point, holds, dumps down. Persinger is there. He'll get to it first. Holds onto it. What's he going to do? Ends up just coughing it up right to an Optimal player. They drop it though. Graf picks it up. Gens trying to get out of zone, manages to pop it over the blue line. Whitelick looking. Quick shot, deflected though. Didn't make it on net. Optimal has it behind their own netminder. They'll chip it up the half board. Stickney, who can't quite hold. Oh my goodness. Elbows up. Persinger just took one to the jaw there. Quick shot. And we're going to get a cover. Goalie had no idea where it was. He thought it was behind him. I think it got stuck in his gear.
Yeah, one thing I'll say about this goalie, does a pretty nice job taking away our angles, I feel like. A lot of those shots end up right in the center. I think that's a little bit of credit to him being in the right spot at the right time.
Agreed.
So 11:48 left, down 6-1.
Dean on the draw,
Harris
finds
takes a
Venel,
shot.
third quick shot.
Rebounds there, and they throw it down.
That's going to go all the way down. Icing will be the call, and that's going to come back. So that was Dean on the draw. Drop to Van Allsburg, quick shot, and end up going all the way down. So we'll see if we can't rinse and repeat. Draw ends up with Steele. Steele has it. Dean dancing across the blue line. He'll just chip it down. Nobody there though. That gives it to Optimal. They lose it. Peterson steps up, takes it, takes a quick shot. Goalie, glove save, hold. We're going to get another face-off.
Good shot by Peterson there. He went right on the right side there, but the goalie.
I'll take those corner shots versus the center mass shots every time.
Yep.
Dean, Wendelek, Van Allsburg out there, backed by Peterson and Harris. Draw goes to Steele. They're going to push down in the corner. Optimal picks it up. They'll skate behind their goalie. Van Allsburg steps up to contest, set a pass, pushes
Takes
it out
away from him.
Dean is there. He can't get a shot though. It gets pulled off his tape. Now Optimal's looking to go the other way. Grady breaks that up right at the blue line. Now we've got a battle for it right inside our side of the red line. Pops up. Optimal picks it up. Centering pass goes across. Peterson deflects. Comes right to another Optimal player. And they're going to score.
Good shot by Optimal, but kind of a lucky bounce to have that sneak out of there, catch him in stride, right, going right towards the
I will
net.
say it's we said this about SDP yesterday, and I'm seeing similar hints of this today. Optimal being really disciplined with when they crash the net. It's not just one random kid. They crash the net hard. If that second trailer hadn't followed, they wouldn't have got that opportunity. So some good positional discipline for Optimal led to their 7th goal. Puck ends up down behind our netminder. Now it's in the corner. Steele tries to chip up the half board. They can't. Optimal tries to center it down. It's in the middle. It's loose. We've got just lots of bodies in the way. Those are dangerous. Stadola screened. Still loose. Another centering pass. Optimal can't handle that one, so they're forced to turn, spin. They fire. Stadola pushes it to his left behind the net. Spees kicks it off the half court. Optimal pushes it right back down. Now you've got Stickney. Stickney tries to find Beitlich. It's up. Now it's loose in front. There we go. Now we've got it on the tape clean and we're out of the zone. Graf looking, tried to make something happen, just couldn't get there first. Optimal has it. They're going to push out of the zone. Little pass. Gets Spees turned around. Beitlich there to pursue. Steele trying to force him to the outside. Ooh, Graf knocks it off. Optimal holds inside the blue line, centering pass attempt. Stickney there to disrupt. Now some behind the net again. Another, two Optimal players right there. Again, they're spacing. They're high and low as they sit in front of the net. Quick shot and a goal. Nothing fancy about that one. He just pushed on the net and went over the shoulder of Sadola.
Now we have entered into the running clock.
We are in running clock time. Draw goes to Optimal.
Swings it around. Van Allsburg gives chase. Slows him down and it gets out of the zone. Christian Cherna has it. They swarm him pretty quick. He throws it back and Optimal dumps it in their zone. They give chase pretty aggressive. Dean playing those angles.
Inside the blue line, Optimal has it far side. They're going to go up to their point. Point skates in, fires, deflection, initial save made by Sadola. Centering pass attempt back to the blue line center. Shot, kick save there by Peterson, who deflects it, unfortunately, right to an Optimal player. Takes another quick shot. Ooh, Optimal player into the boards hard. Oh, boy, I don't know if I agree with that one. He just lost an edge and went on his butt sliding into the boards.
Yeah.
And they're going to call Peterson, and he just happened to be in the proximity. So I don't like that call, but
I think it sounded worse than it looked.
it definitely did.
Than it was.
So second penalty kill of the game for the Steel. Dean on the draw. He's out there with Van Allsburg, Christian Cherna, and Wendelek. Christian Cherna, backhand attempt to ride it up the boards. Doesn't make it. Gets stuck in the corner. Backhand attempt. Again, three Optimal players just kind of circling. Sharks in the water in front of Sadola. Steel just not putting bodies on these players. Van Allsburg in the corner, contest, poke check, misses. He gets caught out of position. Here we go. Now we're fighting on the boards. Gets around one. Looking.
Puck is loose. Puck is loose.
Backhand attempt, another save. Swipe it out, get it out of there, boys. And finally a cover by Sadola.
Porter doing all he could to keep that puck out of the net there. And he did a nice job.
So, four fresh bodies. Looks like Beitlich, Spees, Harris, and who's at the draw there? I can't see a number. Graf.
Yep.
Draw goes to Optimal. They fire up to the point. Turns, fires, holds, deflected by Graf. Down on the ice in the far corner. Graf looking, turns, tries to fire up, gets knocked off his tape. He'll pick it back up again. He's going to find Beitlich. Beitlich is out of the zone. He's going to chase.
Beat him to it.
And he can't get there first. So he'll retreat.
Oh, shoot. Brady
Harris.
gets chased flying down.
There you go. Nice back check by Harris. Not giving him an easy inside angle. Backhand attempt. Two quick saves by Sadola. Pushes the puck to the corner. Harris is there. Looking. Spees. Looking to cover. It does. Nice job. Beitlich picks it up. He's going to go. Let's see what happens here. He's going to turn, fire. I don't know if he got enough, much pepper on that as he wanted. Another quick shot. Spees holding it in the zone. Spees gets it on net. Deflected, back corner. Again,
Steele back to full strength now. See if we can keep it in and get another shot on goal.
Spees holds on the far blue line. Dean is there. Ooh, can we get a centering pass to Gens? Get it on net. Get it to the middle. Gens is there. Optimal, good job. Gens, ooh, Gens just didn't get any pepper on that one. Puck kind of dribbles down towards the net. Gens tries to wrap around Temp. It's knocked off his tape though. Optimal's going to push that one all the way down, and we're going to come back.
Couple good opportunities there.
Yeah, signs of life.
Yep.
Running time down 8-1. You like to see the boys just still giving some heart. Dean on the draw. Van Allsburg on the right. Wendelek on the left. Draw goes to Steele. That's Wendelek. He's going to chip, backhand chip down the board to Dean. Dean is there. Back to Wendelek. Wendelek in the corner. Got Van Allsburg in front. Dean stacked a little bit higher. Van Allsburg, backhand attempt. Tries to go 5-hole.
Sneak through.
Ooh, good attempt.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Goalie covered. Good backhand 5-hole attempt. I don't know why that was hard to say. Goalie was not confident in the save there. He was looking behind him. Go. Held by Stickney, but immediately deflected off a defender. And he couldn't get to it. Back check. Oh, careful with the hooking. Nice save by Stadola. Ooh, Kirsten Jurna loses an edge in front, but Dean picks her up, and he's out of the zone. Tries to stretch pass to find Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg gets turned around and can't come up with it. Now they got to get out. They do, but Optimal picks it up. They're going to look to hit the offensive zone. They're in. And we're going to get a call right here on Kirsten Jurna. So, his dad sitting right here isn't a fan. I'm sure Gavin will hear about that one in the car. You know, when you get caught chasing and you swing those sticks, that makes an easy call for the ref.
Yep. It's like a reaching in basketball.
Easy call. So the third penalty kill for Steele. Draw goes to Steele. Peterson tries to just fire up out of the zone. Optimal holds. Centering pass makes it through. Sadola deflects it to his right. Optimal up to the point. Back down to mid. Leo picks it up. Graf has it. And he's tries to get by one. Should have probably just chipped that out. I feel like sometimes we're just trying to be a little too fancy. Penalty kill, you just want to get it out of the zone.
Yeah.
Shot, wide left, hits the backboard, bounces up in front. Stadola, nice quick save. There we go, stretch pass, tries to find Beitlich. Takes a weird hop off his back skate, so he couldn't corral that one in. Optimal dumps it back down. Leo Graf spins, turns, fires up to Beitlich. Beitlich at the point. Optimal hits him from behind. So that pushes the puck back down.
I don't know what it is, but it sure seems like on our penalty kill, we're playing a little bit faster with better spacing.
More ice to cover. It kind of forces the spacing.
Yeah, more ice to cover. Maybe they're just more reacting versus trying to stay in their spot, but
Optimal, after resetting, they enter the zone in. Centering pass gets right through the feet of Peterson and on net. Stadola smartly covers, so we'll get some new bodies.
If I'm Optimal, I can't be too pleased with their last two penalties.
No.
Haven't really had any good puck movement or good shots on goal, but it seems like the Steel have been flying around, even taking the advantage in their favor every couple of times.
Here we go, 4 fresh skaters for Steele. Gens is going to take the draw. You've got Van Allsburg, Stickney, and Harris on the ice. Ooh, shot. Gets misplayed. Trickles down to the backboard behind the net. Harris picks it up. He sees an angle, so he's going to take it.
He's going to skate it out.
He's got speed. He's in the zone clean. Gens is there.
Go get it, Kellen.
Kellen on the half board, far corner. Can't quite pull it in. Van Allsburg just chips it. Ref does not get out of the way. Ref not looking at all. Now we've got a 3-on-1 odd man rush here. Harris goes for one. Centering pass. Finds a player. Stadola had a good look at it. Just got up over his shoulder.
Yeah, good shot by Optimal. Upward trajectory on that shot. Really tough to block those. So we may have time for a face-off here.
Yep, again, with running time, that's going to make this 20-some seconds in the second, and then the third go pretty quick if we don't put a handful of points up here. Draw goes to Steele. Wendelek turns, takes it in the offensive zone. He's down the half wall. Backhand centering attempt ends up getting deflected behind the goalie, far wall. Van Allsburg holds, ends up with Wendelek. Wendelek, and doesn't get a shot off in time. All right, we'll mute. We'll be back in a minute. Here we go, we're back for the third. Looks like you've got Leo at center, Gens on the right, Beitlich on the left, Spies and Peterson at defense. Draw goes to Optimal. Optimal tries to push down the offensive zone. Spies says no thanks, kicks it up to Gens. Gens can't pull that one in. We've got a pile. He ends up with it. Tries to do some fancy footwork, and it ends up going back the other way. Ooh, a little misplay by Spies, but he pulls that one in. Optimal has it. They're going to cycle. Gens in pursuit. And he manages to pull it off their tape. Leo Graff is there. Now it's loose. Spies and Beitlich there. Optimal has it inside the blue line. Beitlich has it. He's going to push out of the zone. Boy, Optimal doing a good job of just, even up 9-1, not letting up on that relentless back check.
Yep, a couple of the bigger players pinched on him, and
Looked for a minute like he was going to have something, and boy, that window just closed immediately. Beitlich battling on the blue line, trying to hold. It squirts out. Peterson skates in. He'll push it in. Tries to dump and chase. Optimal ready for that, so they push it right back out. Peterson on the back check, trying to bother. Spies also doing a nice job trying to lift the stick of the attacker, so no real shot threat there. Centering pass attempt to a charging attacker. Sadola, nice save. Up the board, Optimal point holds, dumps it down. Peterson in the corner. Peterson skates behind Sadola. He'll chip up to the wall. Gens doesn't have it, so Optimal pushes right back down. Graff loses it behind the netminder. Spies picks it up. Spies, looks like Spies' net guard is loose. If a ref sees that, we're going to get a whistle. Battling, we're outside. Spies off, or excuse me, Graff is off. Spies needs to get off so he can address that net guard. There we go. Optimal sees the line change, so they're going to push in.
good back check there.
Dean contests. Dean and Harris right there. Dean fires it around, tries to get it up. Unfortunately, Optimal was ready for that, so they picked it up and fired it right back down in the zone. Optimal looking to center. Gets through. Wendelek trying to help cover, and it's still loose. There we go. Now we get the whistle.
Good effort again by Porter. Cover that up.
Yeah, Stadola just, whatever he's getting paid today, it's probably not enough.
I would agree with that.
So you're going to have Dean on the draw. Got Harris, Kirsten, Jern, and Wendelek lined up to his right. Van Allsburg lined up, or excuse me, to his left. Van Allsburg to the right. Dean ends up, Optimal takes the draw, and they end up taking a quick shot. It's wide right, though. Hits the back, fires up. Ooh, quick centering pass, hits loose. Ooh. No goal. No goal. Ref thought he saw a cover. there wasn't a cover, thankfully for us, because that would have been dicey. Draw back to Optimal. They're going to turn, try to just take a shot. They can't get it off in time. Steele picks it up. They're out of the zone. Wendelek chips up the half board, tries to find Van Allsburg. It just comes down the board. Now we're going to get icing. So a little too much gusto on that chip pass. 11 minutes of running time, roughly, here left in the third.
A lot of Queen on the playlist during stoppages.
There has been a fair amount of Queen, yeah. Somebody's a fan in the booth over there.
Can't say I blame them.
Here we go. Draw goes to Steele. They wrap behind Mazzola and push all the way up there into the offensive zone. Kirsten-Jerna loses an edge though, so the puck is loose now right inside the blue line. Optimal trying to get it out. Just so many bodies though.
Yep.
Dean has it. He's going to look. He'll take a quick shot. Deflected off a defender. Doesn't make it on net. Same defender will pick it up and try to fire out. Stickney holds. Stickney looking, forces him to go inside. And they have to fire back. They'll cycle. Good looking up by Optimal, so they're in the zone clean. Kirsten-Jerna on the back check. Ooh, thought he had it, but he lost it. Quick shot, wide right, left, off the backboard, up the half wall. And Optimal able to hold at the blue line. Dean loses a stick. Stickney can't get it out of the zone. That's going to get fired all the way down into the corner now. Dean manages to retrieve the stick. Peterson looks up, quick little half pass to Kirsten-Jerna, but he got caught flat-footed and can't pull it in. Ooh, Optimal, nice little quick wraparound. Gets it behind, around the defender, takes a shot, just goes high and wide. That's Stickney now. He's got the puck behind the net. Ooh, tries to do a quick turn to find Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg in the corner. He's going to look to get rid of it. Gets it up past one. Tries to find Graf. Graf manages to take it out of the zone. Optimal right there though, so they're going to push. Graf contests, slows him down. Hudson knocks it off their tape. Out of the zone, he's going to look up. He's looking. Oh, beautiful. Finds Graf. Deflects off his skate though. Good idea. Threaded the needle between the two, looking for Graf, but just off his boot and made it so that he couldn't pull that one in clean. Harris looks up, finds Spies. Spies shoots from way far out. I don't know if he felt he didn't have a window there, or
Yeah, that's one thing. If you back check hard, even if you're not there, the other team's going to think that you might be.
yeah, I would have liked to see him skating a little closer. He had nobody in front of him. But beautiful centering pass attempt. Gens just can't get lumber on that one, so it ends up kind of harmlessly going all the way through. 8 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third. We're still battling, knocked down, held in the zone. Oh, nope, that pops out. Spies thought he had that one, but just couldn't kill the momentum enough.
High stick. You can't knock the puck down with your stick.
Well, you can. They're saying he came above the I don't know. I don't know if I buy that one. I didn't even look like he had that one above his waist.
Oh, so we have the advantage. All right, let's go.
No, we don't have an advantage.
We don't?
Oh, there's nobody in the bin. I'm trying to see what you're seeing.
I heard a whistle.
For the high stick.
Yep. So,
But that just takes the play down to the zone.
Okay.
High sticking on us.
not a penalty.
Nope. Just resets it to a face-off in the defensive zone for us.
So I'll check that off on the bingo board of things I learned about hockey today.
Graf on the draw. Draw goes to Steele. Gens tries to push in. Quickly pushed out by Optimal. Now we're battling just outside the blue line. Steele back in. Ooh, Gens looking to try to make something happen. Just couldn't get tape on it. Ooh, takes a hop over Spies' stick.
Bad check by Graf there.
Yeah, nice job. Graf saved a clear 2-on-0 situation there. Harris
Brady comes up.
with speed. He's out over the red line. Ooh, just loses it, but picks it right back up. He's looking to go middle. Quick shot. Ooh, just lost his momentum and it carried him a little too far. Centering pass attempt to Gens. Gens got spun around. Backhand chip, way aggressive. Spees able to track it down and hold his own. Gets by his man. Steele loses it on the half board. Spees holds. Nice job. I think Steele assumed that was going out, so they had all exited the zone. So Spees didn't really have anybody to go to.
Oh boy.
Boy, Peterson just gets leveled right at center ice, and that's an easy one for the ref to call.
Yeah, big hit there. He was skating between two players, had his head down, and the third player kind of crossed paths with him.
Put the shoulder right into his chin and laid him out.
So one thing about the running clock is it's less time when you're in the power play. We lost about 20 seconds of power play advantage right there, and counting. So now our 2-minute penalty will be a minute and a half. Let's see if we can get a couple good shots though. Have one find the net.
Optimal able to clear the zone after taking the draw. Wendelek retreats. He'll collect. Optimal playing it smart, not really being aggressive at this point, and up by 9-1. There's no point. So. Okay, you got to move, boys.
There we go.
Nice stretch pass, Van Allsburg. Two people just on him. Lickety split. He had no time to do anything once he was inside that blue line. Puck gets to the middle. Kirsten Jurnes got it. He looks, fires, quick shot.
Oh, good shot.
Wide left. Van Allsburg down in the corner. Wendelek at the point. Van Allsburg picks it up. Just get it to the middle. We need somebody in front of that net. We've got an extra body. How is it that we don't have anybody sitting in front of the net right now? Van Allsburg looks, gets it to the middle.
There we go.
And we're going to get 20 seconds left on this power play. Stickney holds. Van Allsburg, can't get his tape on it, so he loses it, pops it up in the corner. Wendelek holds at the point. He's going to fire it down. They were saying...
Almost a rebound opportunity there.
Yep.
They just poked it away.
Optimal back at full strength. A little under 4 minutes left in the third in this 9-1 learning experience for the Minnesota Steel. Dean, Van Allsburg trying to find it, get it in the zone. They can't come up with it. Optimal pushes through. Dean can't get it either. So now we've got back. Oh, good move. Quick shot.
Wow, good save there.
That was a nice little move by that attacker. Got it. They're looking to center. And that gets knocked down by Wendelek. So he'll take it out of the zone. Oh, can't get it out. So Optimal looking, contesting. Now it's down the corner. Stickney's got on his tape. Stickney looking. Backhand up the boards to Dean. Dean has it. He chips up to Kirsten Jurna. And they lose it. Van Allsburg spins, turns, collects. He'll get in the zone. And gets dumped down in the corner. Optimal picks it up though. They're going to turn up the half board. Wendelek tries to hold. It gets around him though. Steele's going to have to retreat. That's Harris. Harris has it clean. Behind the netminder. He's just looking to get around the corner. He does. Tries to fire it up. Held though in the zone by Optimal. Quick shot. It's up in the air. It's loose. Steele trying to knock it out. Kirsten Jurna sends it ahead to Van Allsburg. Van Allsburg pursuing. Van Allsburg picks it up. 1-on-4. He'll take the one shot he has. Glove save hold. So that quick, a breakaway turned into 4 Optimal players in the zone. And I think this is where Jakey and I were talking about this early. With 3 full forward lines, 4 defenders were able to get back. Not one other Steel player was able to get back in the zone to help on that rebound opportunity.
Yeah, you get tired pretty quickly. It's a big sheet ice for these guys, so for example, Optimal has a solid bench, a full bench of 10 kids, and we're a little bit lighter.
Puck, I was going to say up the half board, but it gets held by Optimal, so now we're battling Spies right here in the corner. Spies will get it out. Tries to find Gens, goes a little bit beyond him, so now it's down into the near corner. Gens tracking it behind the netminder. Intercepted, Whitelick, he'll turn, fire, shoot, a little high. Goalie reaches up, it's above his glove. Spies trying to hold at the point. Manages, nope, can't hold. Missed call there. That's all right, we'll take it. We're right in front, can we get something? Just for a morale boost. Peterson holds, nice job. Nope, excuse me. Peterson deflects. Ooh. Now we hold, now we get it covered. So with 1 minute left, we'll get a face-off, maybe opportunity for a quick shot. We're under a minute, and with running time, these refs are in no hurry to make something happen here. Steele not showing a lot of hustle either, taking their time, kind of lazily finding their positions for the draw. Steele takes possession, back to the point, tried a centering pass, deflected. They retain possession, another shot, wide right, hits the backboard, dumped down. Van Allsburg just trying to send it to the middle, deflected off a defender, so it gets back to the corner. Peterson holds, Peterson dumps down, Van Allsburg gets there. He's going to grind his man into the boards, now it's held up. Some help arrives, we're fighting. That's Gerson Germa, he's down there. Peterson knocks it down, Optimal picks it up, under 10. Dean will take it, and he's going to cycle back into the defensive zone. And that'll do it. Skate the clock out on that one. So, giving up 3 quick, and it kind of just, they had flashes of teamwork, flashes of what could be.
Yep.
But this just still feels like a team that hasn't found their identity yet.
Yep, so this Optimal team beat the team that we face next later this afternoon. So we'll see if we can get a hot start, have some breaks go our way. We haven't had any breaks go our way yet either. And hope to see you back here this afternoon for